Our countryside is one of our biggest selling points across the world. Pictures of pristine conditions and beautiful scenery entice tourists from across the world, even if it does rain sometimes. Our water quality in some cases is quite poor, and existing measures are not solving the problem. Dublin, February 2012, saw public opposition to the introduction of septic tank charges believed to be aimed at the rural population. Why were these charges being introduced? Water pollution has historically been blamed on agriculture, the spreading of fertiliser and slurry on land providing a diffuse source of nutrients, such as phosphorus. Ireland recently implemented special rules for farmers to avoid spreading these contaminants during wet weather, and particularly over the winter period, as water flushes these pollutants from the land into our waterways. But why do we want to stop these nutrients from entering our waterways? Well, a build-up of nutrients results in a large amount of algal growth, i.e., the balance of the ecosystem is changed, which has huge consequences for the quality of fish and insects that we see in our rivers and lakes. This process is called eutrophication. In some cases, when there is no rain to wash the pollutants from agriculture into the waterways, these rivers still have high concentrations of phosphorus. Why is this? In a catchment, along with agricultural diffuse sources, there are point sources, which, in rural areas, are mainly composed of discharge from ineffective septic tanks. While one septic tank may have little impact, the large number of single one-off housing in a river catchment can have a serious effect on the quality of a water body. So research into modelling the contribution of these two sources, point and diffuse, to the phosphorus concentration has been published internationally. Lucy Crockford is investigating one river and one lake catchment in Ireland where phosphorus concentrations are consistently high. By using these simple models, she hopes to estimate the total contribution of phosphorus from each source in the river. But Lucy will not only determine how much phosphorus comes from sources, but due to the availability of high-frequency data, one measurement per hour, from equipment held in a specially made kiosk, she can determine how well these models are estimating the contribution from each phosphorus source. Historically, samples were taken in rivers at most every week, but usually every month, providing a sparse amount of data available for modelling. With access to the data from the new equipment through the Agricultural Catchments Programme, near continuous analysis of phosphorus is possible, providing a dataset of nearly 9,000 points per year. Using this huge dataset, the models that have been established can be truly tested and possibly improved. The Lake project will investigate the different sources of phosphorus in a catchment by manually sampling the lake and its tributaries. Phil Jordan, Professor of Catchment Science in University of Ulster, Coleraine, and supervisor on the project, tells us why this is the case.
The Lake project is being approached differently to the river because we're interested in the impact of phosphorus from internal cycling. We look at discrete times of year when phosphorus is released from lake sediments due to anoxia, and whether this has an eventual impact on the trophic status of the overlying water.
The lake catchment has been instrumented with high-tech equipment that measures the environment of the lake every hour along with the external inputs. It is this that will hopefully hold the key to the true player in the high phosphorus concentrations and resulting algal blooms observed in the lake every year, particularly during the spring-summer period. Analysis to date shows that the lake releases phosphorus held within its sediments in late spring, which is then made available to the shallower waters during summer storms. This is similar to someone adding a bag of fertiliser to the lake. While work is ongoing to investigate the contribution of various sources of phosphorus, the future looks bright for farmers who have been adhering to their regulations for agricultural activities. Is it really them that's causing a problem? The science has yet to confirm that, yes or no, but we hope to have an answer soon.